guys, it's Holly here at Faces, and today I am with the lovely Tracy from Aesthetics by Tracy. Thank you so much for joining me today, lovely. It's really good to speak with you.
And you too, Holly.
You're welcome. So just to start things off, let's talk about your business then, how it all started and how you got into the aesthetics industry.
So, since I was a very little girl, I think most girls wanted to be a nurse when they were younger, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a nurse. Always wanted to be a nurse. Unfortunately, my parents couldn't afford to send me to uni, so I went and did the beauty many years ago in night school, and I did my NBQ, bit of nails, bit of massage, and that's that. Didn't really bring much money in at the time. It wasn't very big back then.
Yeah.
So I then went into, I was doing admin work, very boring office work. And then I got stuck there. I was still doing a bit of like nails and massages for friends, but nothing major. You get married, you have children, you can't get to uni, can't afford it. But I sold a house, we had a little bit of equity. So with that equity, I went and I got a course in aesthetics because I still couldn't do my nursing because I just can't do 5 years full time and not have any salary, which is a real shame. So the closest thing I was thinking, what can I do? And I was like, aesthetics. I mean, I always get my Botox done, I get my lips done. It seemed perfect. Making people feel good, which is what the nurses do. So I got into aesthetics, and that was 2 years ago. I did it part-time first, along with my office work. And then I went into it full-time about a year and a half ago, and I absolutely love it. It's just the best, and I wish I'd have done it earlier.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. No, I think timing's everything. I think obviously it might feel that way, but I think, clearly you've done everything correctly at the right time because you've built such a great business. And I think it's really refreshing because, I speak to a lot of practitioners who even like 2 years down the line, they're still really struggling to get those clients in, and they're feeling really lost. Whereas you've literally like, don't know what it is you've done, but you've done it really well, which is incredible. And I'm so pleased for you, especially because, nursing was clearly something that was, a real kind of ambition for you, but it seems to have all worked out in the right way, which is great. What would you say you love the most about what you do and the treatments that you do?
To see the client's face when I finish doing their treatment, giving them that mirror and seeing their eyes light up because I've made them glow. I've given them the lips they've always wanted. They've got their cheeks, their skin's fresh. Just to see that happiness and confidence come into someone, it's just the best thing that you can get out of this business, and that's what I love the most.
Yeah, because you're literally changing people's lives. You
You
are.
do, yeah.
I think people see aesthetics sometimes as just really superficial, particularly if they don't, a lot of people who don't get treatments themselves see it as like, oh, it's really superficial. But it's not like that. You can literally be changing someone's life, whether it be, helping them with an insecurity they've got, or just generally giving them more confidence. That I know that when I have treatments done, I feel like so good when I come out of that clinic. I'm like, I can conquer the world now. Have my Botox done.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is. A lot of people, if you post online a picture of something, though, a lot of people see it negatively and think it's vanity, but it just gives you that little bit of confidence just to, you've got that glowing skin now. You don't have the crow's feet, and it's just, if it makes you feel nice, then that's all that matters. Ignore everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. And also, just touching on kind of that side of things, a lot of people see their treatment time or their appointment as like the highlight of their month or the highlight of their week. They're having a stressful time at home, stressful work time. And it's that it's not only just getting that treatment, it's actually coming into the clinic, probably offloading to you as well, sitting on the couch. And it's just, that is so important. And I think particularly as a practitioner, I was speaking to someone about this earlier, actually been able to step back and take stock of that and think, you're doing treatments day in, day out. So, that's your job and you love it, which is great. But to that person, that like one appointment every 6 months is like really important to them.
Exactly. Yeah, I think my clients seem to be able to just tell me anything when they're in my chair. So I'm a bit like an agony aunt. I listen to everything, and we'll have a good laugh and a chat,
Yeah.
and we share our issues. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just nice. It's a nice moment.
Yeah, amazing. No, I'm so pleased that you see it in that way, because I certainly do as well. What would you say is your favorite treatment to perform on clients, and why?
Ooh, anything to do with filler, generally lips. I do like doing lips because that's an instant result. So as soon as you hand someone the mirror, they can see and they're like, wow. Sometimes they're like, oh my God, they're huge
Yeah,
because of this.
because it's
Other
smaller.
times they're like, oh my God, I love them, and it's instant. So I do love doing lips. I also love doing Botox, but you don't see that for a good 2 weeks. But when you get that initial message from the client saying, oh my God, I can't move my eyebrows, I can't frown, I've got no lines, that also is good. But definitely I would say lips, because
Yeah.
it's of that instant change.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I think I love skin boosters, but again, a lot of them you don't get that instant result. So I think if
Absolutely
I was
no.
a practitioner, I'd be like, get me the 5 mil package clients in, because I just want to like, so it's just like artistry, isn't it? You know,
It is.
those tiny tweaks can make such a difference.
Absolutely.
And it's incredible that, you know, these types of treatments are so accessible to us as well. And we're really lucky, I think, in that respect.
Exactly. Yeah.
What would you say you're most proud of with regards to your business? So obviously for the last 2 years, you've been working really hard, you've been building a really, really great position now, but is there anything that specifically stands out to you within your aesthetic career, which you think, yeah, I'm super proud of that?
I'm super proud when my clients refer their family and their friends, because, they obviously trust me. And, to have needles in your face is quite a big thing. And for someone to trust you with that they'll tell their friends how amazing you are and their family, and they'll all come, it makes me feel really nice and proud and nice and bubbly inside.
Yeah. Oh no, that's so lovely. Because I think as well, like particularly for clients who have never had a treatment, you know, you go on Instagram, it's a minefield. There's people everywhere doing treatments, and I wouldn't even know where to start. So for me, I would definitely, you know, if I've got a friend who has had a treatment and I obviously like the look of what has been achieved, recommendations are everything.
Absolutely.
And it also shows that, you know, they are truly happy with what you've done as well.
That's what makes it just lovely, that word of mouth that people want to come to me. It's just the best.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, that's so, so good. So obviously, Tracy, you've used Faces for quite a while now, which is great
Yes,
to run your
since I
business.
first started, yes.
Oh, amazing. So what would you say is your favorite feature that we have on Faces, and why?
Definitely the fact that you can send out the consent forms and the medical questionnaires to clients. So if someone sends me a message asking, I'm interested in lip filler, I can send them the consent form and the medical questionnaire first, rather than them coming straight into here and sitting down and driving. I can have a look at their consent and questionnaire and see if they're suitable for the procedure. If they are, then they can come in and have a consultation. So that you can send the forms out by email and it's all online. It's so quick, it's so easy for the clients. That's probably the best feature. There's so many features that I really love, but that's the best one if I had to choose.
Yeah. And I think as well as a practitioner, having that client fill out the form before they even come in, it's first of all going to save you time within the treatment time that you've allocated, but it also means you can look through everything. You know, you're not you might get a client come in who's on like all sorts of medication, loads of health problems, and you're looking at it going, I don't even know if they can have this treatment.
Yeah,
Let me just go
exactly.
ask Google. And that, I think,
Yeah.
a lot of practitioners, I think, get anxious around that, which understandably they do. Whereas that alleviates it. It means before their treatment, you can read through everything, you know exactly what's what. Obviously, you're going to double check everything with them, but it just means that you can go into that appointment feeling confident and feeling like even if they
Yes.
don't want the treatment, they can have the treatment.
Absolutely, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can see everything there and then. And if they are on a medication that contraindicates treatments, rather than coming here and me telling them, I'm sorry, I can't help you, at least they haven't wasted their journey.
Yeah.
So it's just great. It's a great thing.
Yeah, good. Have you been using the new booking platform yet? Because if not, I can get someone to call you about that.
Yes, and one of your lovely ladies put all of my times and dates on because I wasn't sure how to do it, but I know now. So yes, I do send that link out to people. It's very handy that they can just book in themselves.
Yeah.
If you know, especially if I'm with someone, I've got an automatic email saying if it's about booking or prices, here's my link, and they can just see everything. It's really,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very user friendly.
Yeah, amazing, great. And I think as well, the fact they can pay the deposit, they can
Yes,
get
it's
sent the
really
forms
handy.
automatically. Like
Yeah.
it just saves you so much time because you're not even having to forward them the consent form because they get
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
So
Everything's done straight away. They book, they fill in the forms, they get sent automatically, they can pay a deposit, and I don't have to worry. It saves me so much admin.
yeah,
So much admin.
amazing. I've spoken to a lot of practitioners who have like transferred to faces from paper, but obviously you've been with faces since the start,
Yeah.
since you first trained. What advice would you give to any practitioners out there or beauticians who are not registered with faces, who, you know, are either they've just qualified, they're feeling a little bit lost and they don't know how to manage everything, or they are back stuck in their old ways of paper? What advice would you give them?
Oh my God, definitely use faces. It's so simple to do, so easy. If you get stuck, you can message them on their website. I've got a WhatsApp of Ben who helps me quite a lot when I'm
Yeah.
stuck. Bless him. He must be sick of me when I get stuck. But it's just so easy. It just takes so much admin time away from you that you can just get on with your work, and faces will just do everything for you. It's simple, really laid out quite easily. You've done a new update now, so I find that it's even easier to look
I'm
at.
glad you said that because a lot of people are like, oh my God, it looks slightly
At
different.
first, I
But
was like, oh my gosh, but now it's like, oh yeah, I understand it now. It's great.
yeah,
And you put all your clients' details on there, you put your before and after photos on. You don't need to keep a big, dirty, ugly grey cabinet in your room with a lock on. It's just fantastic.
yeah, amazing. I think when people train into aesthetic treatments or, you know, other types of treatments, as a student, you're so focused on actually getting through that course and qualifying and, you know, injecting the models on the day. And then it's almost like building your business and managing your business is often put to the side until they've qualified. And they're like, oh my God, like, I don't even know where to get consent forms. I don't know how to find a prescriber, like all of these
Absolutely.
things.
Oh, prescriber as well. That's it. So many. I'm on a lot of forums on Facebook, and everyone was like, "Oh, you know, where do you get your consent form? Has anyone got a consent form for this?" And I'll just say, just go onto Faces, and they have a consent form for everything. Same with prescribers. How do I can't find a prescriber? Faces. Faces got
They have
everything you need on
spaces,
them.
guys, whatever it
Faces.
is.
Exactly.
Exactly. And I think if I was someone who'd just qualified and I was presented with faces, I'd be like, oh my God, thank the Lord, you know, like it's got
Absolutely. Yeah.
everything. And, you
Yeah.
know, the way that we develop the app is by feedback. You know, we obviously Ash is one of our co-founders. He is a nurse practitioner. However, the development that goes into our app is based on purely feedback from practitioners like yourself who use the app. What else do you want to see on faces? What like potentially isn't working for you? You know, we listen to the feedback, and that's why it's in a position where it is today, because you know we've taken everything on, you know,
Absolutely.
and with the booking system as well, the new system, you know, we found the one thing that practitioners were potentially struggling with was getting clients through the door. We can now advertise your clinic for free for you through the booking platform.
Yeah,
So get the
absolutely.
new clients in. So we're trying to find a solution to everything. But yeah, what do you think on the regulations that are potentially coming in then, Tracy? So I know obviously nothing's been set in stone yet, but there has been a lot of talk more recently. What are you thinking on that one, just on a personal view?
Very, very big subject, this one. I am so glad that the government's doing something about it, because this is the one thing aesthetics doesn't have in this country, is some sort of governing body. So it's been a long time coming. They've been talking about it for so many years, even before I started. And I'm happy that the ball's rolling and something's going to happen. And we are going to have a body to look up to, or at least the government that's going to help and stop rogue people. And I think it's more academies that needs to be looked at on this one. I can't always blame the practitioners when you see all these botched jobs that's gone wrong and people, you know, they don't know what they're doing. It's the academies that need to be looked at. So I hope that the government will start looking at the academies and their qualifications, because at the moment you can go and do a 2-day course for £1,000 and start injecting people's faces, and poor people that have paid the money don't know where to start because they've got 17 certificates in one day, and it's just not right. So
yeah,
I'm really glad that the government are doing something about it. They need to look at these academies first, I think, is the main thing. The traffic light system is a bit concerning. As a non-medic, Botox, it says that you have to have a clinical oversight. Now, nobody knows what that means. At the minute, we do need a prescriber here anyway for clients to see them and prescribe that Botox, which is fine. Is that the clinical oversight? If that's the clinical oversight, then that's okay. I agree. But if it means having a nurse present while you're doing fillers and Botox, that's the concerning bit. I mean, our NHS struggles as it is, and our nurses, bless them, and our doctors, they don't have time, and we don't have enough of them to do the current job. So that's just the concerning thing for me.
Yeah, I would say I completely agree with you on that one. It's like, what does that actually mean? Because also paying a nurse for a day in clinic,
and if you do full time, like 5 or 6 days a week, and have a nurse sat there. I mean, first of all, the nurses, we're struggling at the moment as we are. You know, we can't really afford to have them here sitting watching us do lip fillers all day.
Yeah, and also if they're a nurse and they're not qualified in aesthetics, they're not going to be much use looking at you doing lip filler, because they didn't learn that in nursing school, did they?
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, I understand I actually do PDO threads, but that's one of the on the red list.
Yeah,
and having done them, I do understand why it's on the red list, and I do understand why the bum filler's on the red list as well.
Yeah,
that's just quite dangerous. But the fillers, having a nurse present while you're doing fillers, I know that they say if there's a complication you can use hyaluronidase, but we keep a stock anyways as a practitioner. Any good practitioner keeps that stock, so we're trained to do that. Yeah, it does concern me a little bit, because if it goes that way, there's going to be a lot of people out of business, because we won't be able to afford to spend, £300 for a nurse to be sat here all day.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well for the client, it's a bit like overwhelming. It's like, so why is there a nurse sat there?
Exactly.
And like it just, we'll see anyway. Yeah, exactly. We'll see what happens anyway. But I think it's really important that particularly practitioners at the moment are able to voice their opinion. So with the government link that they've put out, definitely get that filled out if you haven't already. And obviously here at Faces we are very neutral. We work with medical practitioners, non-medical practitioners. What we ask for is that you have valid insurance, that you've had suitable training, and that you are safeguarding your clients. And I think it's really good to have these discussions, because I think a lot of people are like, oh my god, regulation, but let's actually sit down and talk about it. And I think that the main thing is ensuring that your clients are safe, and that you are doing everything from sending them the consent form, going through it with them, ordering from licensed pharmacies and using licensed products, linking with a prescriber, all of these things. If you're doing those things right now, you might not be the best injector, you might not have the best lip technique, but as long as you're putting that client first for safety,
that's right.
Technique you can learn.
Yes.
You can't go back and learn safety when something horrendous has happened.
That's right.
So yeah, we will see. But anyway, Tracy, it's been so lovely speaking with you, and I'm so pleased for you. I feel like just super happy having had that conversation that, you know, you've got your business to where it is. I'm so excited to see what's next for you as well. And yeah, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
And you too, Holly. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, no worries, lovely.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Tracy. Take care. Bye. Bye.